All right, folks. So for this video, we're going to look at Maya a little bit. And in the previous videos, I had shown you how to use Mixamo to basically bring a character of your own design in. You could upload it, then you could choose a animation that you wanted for the character. Let me see if I can get mine to load. It's running a little slow. So you'd pick up or you choose your animation and then you could download that character animation and you could bring it into Maya. And so now what I'm going to show you is in this case, I'm going to show you how to set basic keyframes on objects in Maya that weren't done through Mixamo. Because in this case, my little character looks like he picks up something and throws it. So I'm going to show you how to set the keyframes on an object that he might be throwing. So I'm not going to go through the process of importing everything because if you need to, go watch those videos. But I'm going to go to workspace up here in the top right and tell it to reset current workspace, just so it puts everything back. Then I'm going to click right here on the panel layout button to get to my panels. And I'm going to go up to the top here, make sure you're on the modeling drop down, choose a plane. I'm going to scale that plane up so my character has somewhere to stand on. And then finally, since he's a cube-shaped character, I'm going to create a cube, scale that up to a good size, and I'm going to bring it out in front of him. And then I'm going to kind of scroll through my slider here to see where his hand goes to pick up. And you'll notice, and I'm not going to play with all the settings right now, or mess with the keyframed animation, but you'll notice the way Mixamo does this particular character puts his body going under the ground, which isn't ideal, but it'll work for what we're doing right now. So my character goes to about right here. So we're going to leave the box there. And so what I'm going to do is in the front view, I'm going to move it to where the arm would be. Same thing in the side view. Get them to where it looks like he is kind of going towards it. And I'm going to go ahead and actually, from this angle, it looks like it might be a little better right here. So I'm going to go take a look at that. Yeah, we'll go with that. Again, it's not ideal because his hand goes through the floor, but we'll make it work. And so now that I've got that cube in position, I'm going to hit S on my keyboard. You'll see that it makes a keyframe here. So now I will go up to where he's starting to pull his arm back, and I will go ahead and move, and I'm using all my views to kind of get this thing in the right spot. And then I'll press S. Now I may want to rotate it a little bit as well because his hand kind of will probably rotate it a little bit. So now if I play it, I'm going to go to this view and kind of scroll through and see what it looks like. So yeah, not too bad. So now he goes a little further back for the throw. So I'm going to select my cube again. Whoops. Select my cube again. And I'm going to rotate around here so I can see this side. I think that's pretty good. So I'll press, maybe check over here to make sure it's covering up that hand. Press S again. Maybe even rotated a hair on that spot. Press S. Now we'll go on up. Go ahead and move it up. Put it into position where his hand is. Same thing over here. Rotate it again. Press S. Now you'll see because it's trying to go from point A to point B, it's missing the part where it goes back to his hand. So I got to go move another frame in here, bring it down, and press S. Now let's see if that, there we go, a lot better. And you'll have to fine tune these settings, but all you gotta do is keep pressing S when you get them into play or into position. I'm gonna put one right here. I'm gonna rotate it forward some. Now that his hand's coming forward, I'm gonna press S. Do the same thing here. In this case, I may leave it right about here. Let's see what that looks like. And so now from this point, it's going to be away from the hand, so it'll just kind of fly forward, maybe even rotate some. And now let's see let's check in perspective. And then I could animate it to keep spinning as it goes. But that's how you could take specific objects, mix them in with Mixamo. So if I go down here, right click, set playback speed to play every frame max real time, then I'll hit the play button. There you have it. So I could keep going with the block. Let's move it a little further out. We'll move it completely off of our perspective screen. Rotate it a few more times. Press S. Click up here. Let's try it out. There you go. So then we would do all the process of setting up lighting, setting up rendering, and you would have a completed animation where your Mixamo character is actually interacting with objects in the scene. In this case, picking up an object and throwing it. All right, so then I'll do a file save for my scene. And I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Hope you have some fun with setting your keyframes for different things in your scene. All right, good luck.